Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. And welcome back to the Smallville Retrospective. I messed up the intro. We're back. We're kind of season 2, episode 4. So this is originally going to be my last episode I do today. You know, a disc a day, right? That's what I do. Well, it turns out that I got the nails for the first 4 episodes. Because that's what I do. Turns out that there's only 3 episodes on disc 1. So when I went to watch the next one, I went to the menu. It was brought up the blue screen that tells you this is over, the disc is over, and I went, huh, okay, sure. So I said, okay, I put in disc 2, and if there's only 3 episodes on that disc as well, I'll just do all 3 of those. So here we are. We're gonna do 6 episodes today. You get 6 episodes today. So we're on season 6, episode 4, Arrow. Bum 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 bum. Not that Arrow. Not yet. I want to talk about that show eventually, but not yet. I've done Flash Legends of Tomorrow. Arrow is the next course of action, and of Supergirl, and eventually Batwoman. Down the line, I'm sure. So, we start at a charity benefit ball thing that Luther Corp is doing. It's like a charity event. It's not a ball. It's an event. People are dressed up in black tie and everything. And Martha is there with Lionel. Martha's wearing this lovely necklace. It's very expensive that Lionel got. And Lois is there with Oliver together. And then somebody steals this necklace. Somebody who, likes a bow and arrow and wears green arrow. But Lois has an encounter with him and is able to snag something from him to the opening credits. And so there's a lot that happens. The B plot has Lana talking to Dr. Grohl, who shows up for the first time in forever, and he's working on the project because Lex tells her the truth. There's this thing. It's a device. It's the device that Zod was going to use. So she wants to make sure he doesn't figure out what it is, but also she's, being with Luther is starting to make her turn double cross a little bit. This is where they realize, well, we need to have Lana actually do shit. So her character changes drastically starting this season. There's this foundation she does. I think that's next season she does it, but not this season. Next season, I think. But yeah. Because then Chloe takes over and it becomes something else. That's it. But yeah. Yeah, and so they're working on that. And Lionel gets wind of it, and he wants to get his hands on that device as well, because of course he does. But Clark gets wind. So, how obvious does Oliver have to make it that it's him, right? Because, at one point, Clark's talking to Oliver, and he's like, well, maybe it wasn't Oliver he talked to, but he was talking to someone, and they're like, maybe it was Chloe, where she's like, why didn't Oliver call, or why didn't Lionel call the cops? And so when he goes to talk to him, he's just like, well, I'd rather have my personal security deal with it than cops and blah blah blah. And he's like, well, it seems he gives about like a manifest, and he's like, well, it seems only one company has not been struck. So of course this is where Oliver is, and Clark completely. For all the times he's trying to hide his power from people, he uses them right in front of the Green Arrow, or the Green Arrow Bandit, as Lois has dubbed him. And he gets the best of him. Yeah. By the way, so Lois doesn't know that Oliver is the Green Arrow, but she's explaining her plans to him. So she's like, "Oh, I snagged something from him," you know, and so she takes the ring that she snagged to um, Chloe. Chloe takes a picture of it, but then Green Arrow shows up with the gas arrow and takes the ring back, but doesn't know about the pictures. And even later, she's like, "Oh, I wasn't telling the truth, the whole truth about the in the papers. We got pictures." He doesn't get rid of the pictures. He just lets it happen. Knowing they could, maybe she doesn't say about the pictures. Maybe she just says, Maybe I didn't tell the whole truth. Maybe I got something else. I guess I don't know. Like Loie. I fused them together. Loie. Chloe calls Clark and she says that she sees a symbol and there's so many symbols she doesn't know what it is. But when Clark looks at it, he knows that it's Oliver's symbol. So he confronts him about it. But he doesn't confront him. The Green Arrow. So what happens is, I'm jumping all around in this episode because I am. So Lana goes to Dr. Grohl, who I want to call Dave Grohl, but it's not Dave Grohl. Dr. Grohl, and says, "Oh, well, I know Luther's going to make you an offer, and when you do, you're going to, no matter how much money he offers you, you're going to decline it, and you're going to come to us first." I'm like, us? Wow. And, yeah. So Lois is kidnapped because there are people who want to get to the Green Arrow, because we find out, because again, Oliver makes it very obvious that he's like, "Oh, did they mention that all those things that were stolen were sold on the black market?" Now, how the hell would you know that if you were the Green Arrow? And by this point, he doesn't know yet, but he does. So, it's the Green Arrow who saves the day. He saves Lois. And there's a guy that plays the bad guy. His name's Milo, apparently. And his voice sounded familiar. And I'm like, is that the guy? Is that Grimlord from VR Troopers? Is that Gardner Baldwin? I'm looking at him like, his face doesn't look like, his hair's a little bit. No, his name is David Mickelraith. Whatever, how to pronounce his name. Mickelraith. 2 L's in there. MCLLR or WRA Mickelraith, AITH. I don't know. But the only thing I've seen that he's in is this, and what was it? Cruel Intentions 3 or 2? One of those. I don't know. No, but Green Arrow saves her, and then they're on the roof talking, and she's like, "Well, who are you?" And goes to take his glasses off, and all of a sudden, things start to fluctuate, and he gets away. And then Clark confronts, he goes, "Oliver Queen." And he wants to protect Lois, and she's like, "How'd you know?" And she's like, "I recognize the crest," or whatever, He takes off, but we do get dialogue later. So Lois officially calls him the Green Arrow instead of the Green Arrow Bandit. We get a wrap up with, so Lex is talking to someone, and it's Lionel, and apparently Lionel only pretended to want to get whatever this device is, and it was all to make sure that Lex could trust Lana. My hand hurts trying to think. And he tried to do it to get close to his son, but then Lex just was basically using his dad. I don't know. What was Dr. Grohl's? But the point I had Dr. Grohl in this episode. And then Clark and Oliver have a talk. Oliver shows up, gives him the necklace. Why give it to me? Well, maybe you should decide where it goes. And then he says he wants to protect Lois, blah blah blah. And if you want to be on, if you want to have an honest relationship, you got to be honest with her. He knows, right? Because he wouldn't. He refused to tell Alana the truth, and spoiler alert, he doesn't tell her. Not yet, anyway. Not in this season, he doesn't. I think it's till season 7 she figures it out. I guess. But yeah. But yeah, and then the episode ends. So what did you do? Necklace? I don't know. I don't think we see it again. But I kind of rushed through. I did. Because this was kind of... A lot happened and it's hard for my head to... There was a lot going on. A lot of quick character change. And so I get... I don't know. This was... It's not really our introduction to the Green Arrow anyway. They hinted at it. If you know the comics, you know Oliver Queen is the Green Arrow. So you know that, but yeah, it's... I will give it 2.5 Superman logos out of 5. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine for what it needed to be. A nice little introduction to the Green Arrow, I guess. Yeah. I do want to point out that Oliver Plain says that people will be after the Green Arrow. And he's like, well, anyone who is an enemy of the Green Arrow is a friend of mine. And I'm like, Lois. Hey, Lois. That's that. No. No. Because, like, she's thinking the rich hoity-toity people hiring security or something. Or police. Not people associated with the black market coming after. But you gotta exhaust all avenues there. You gotta think. I also do like that Lois was hesitant to tell Chloe, thinking Chloe could scoop her. But ultimately she does tell Chloe because it's her cousin. And Chloe doesn't scoop her, just so you know. Because she is working for the Inquisitor. That's right. She does start the Inquisitor. But yeah. Like I said, the episode was fine. Great. Move on to the next one. So, what are your thoughts on this episode? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.